Hi, this video is for my Suzuki Stars who are learning how to hold the bow and their instrument. This video covers both violin and cello and viola if anybody wants to consider playing the viola. A lot of violinists play viola because the instruments are very similar. So it's very common for violin violists to switch around. Just want to put that out for you. So the most important thing for both instruments or all the string instruments is that you have a natural hand position. So we'll shake out your hands, bring them up. They already have a natural sort of round shape. This thumb that is going to be your bow hand is going to have a little bend to it or a little bump right here. This thumb will be the straight thumb. Okay, so a little bit of a bump. For the violin, here I'm going to show you the instrument hand first. So bring your hand up like you're holding a glass of your favorite drink, okay? Just like that. And if you play the cello, your cello is going to be up here. This is a viola. Holding it like a cello. When your cello hand comes here, it's going to be just like you're holding a glass of your favorite drink. Boom, you're going to bring it right here. So if it looks natural and it feels natural, it's probably a good left hand. When you play the violin, it's the same shape, except because our instrument's up here, it needs to come around this way. But now I've poured my smoothie out, or whatever the drink was, and my hand, look how natural my hand looks right there. Right there, okay? Without squeezing. So we'll work on having a nice violin hold so that you don't have to hold it up with your left hand. So this will be our goal. Bring up your little smoothie, drink it. There you go. And cello. So even without an instrument, you can practice this. You can practice your cello hold and you can practice your violin hold. Okay? This is a little bit of a twisting of the arm, but believe me, your arm gets used to it, and you'll get a little, build up some violin muscles there too. Okay, let's go to the bow hand. I'm going to put the viola down. Same thing, you want to lift your hand up and look how natural your bow hold already looks. This is your right hand. Remember, it's your right hand. Okay, make sure you're doing it with your right hand. It's this one right here. Okay, so when you look at me, it might look different. It's not like a mirror, so don't mirror me. This is your right hand, your bow hand. So as we've done in class, just hold your bow like this. Bring up your natural bow hand, and I'm going to do the violin one first. So the violin bow hold, the thumb is going to bend a little bit right onto this metal piece, or if you have a practice bow, there's a little fuzzy sticker right there on the frog, and you're going to bring your fingers down. Okay, this is a really important thing to remember. A really important thing is you're going to twist your arm a little bit this way, and you're going to rest the finger on its side. Okay, this is very important, very important. So you put the little Hugger Brothers over the frog. You're going to bend this over. Now, I want to show you something with your bow arm. Your arm has an extra bone in it. It's called a radius bone. And this radius bone helps us to rotate our hand this way. Okay, just like you're opening a door. Okay, so do this motion right here. So when you turn your hand this way to rest your finger on its side, you don't need to lift your elbow up. So it's not this motion. It's simply this motion. Very smooth, easy, and natural. Okay, so thumb, bring the Hugger Brothers over the frog, roll this in, and look what happens to your pinky. It just finds its spot on the bow. You don't even have to think about where your pinky goes because you put your thumb here first, you put your Hugger Brothers, and if you notice, these two fingers are opposite each other. Okay, so if you're wondering where do I put the Hugger Brothers, you're going to put them right opposite the thumb. This is actually the same for the cello bow hold too. You're going to rotate it in, and then your pinky is going to sit right on top like this. And so I have this nice round hole. Always hold your bow up when you're When you don't have your instrument in your hand, hold it this way so it's nice and soft. And then when you touch the violin, your bow is being held up by the violin and your hand could be nice and soft like a marshmallow. Okay, let me show you the cello bow hold. Cello bow hold is just a little bit different than the violin bow hold. But same thing, hold the bow in the middle. Bring your hand up. Your thumb is going to go in the same spot it did for violin with a little bump right there. But all 4 fingers are going to go over the stick like this. All 4. So the pinky is going to be touching right about this first little knuckle. Right about there. Okay? And the reason why the bow holds are different is because when you play the cello, it's at a completely different angle than the violin. So with the pinky, the violin needs the pinky to help with the technique because of the way the bow is angled and because of gravity. And because of the way we change strings, we use our pinky to help us do string crossings. With the cello, we use a lot more of our whole arm, and we use a lot of shoulder and back. Okay, it's a big instrument, so you need to use bigger muscles. The violin is smaller, so we use smaller muscles. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so here's cello. Put your thumb right here with a little bend. So there's a little bump. You can see it right there. And you're going to put all 4 fingers right there. We're not going to squeeze it. We're just going to let them fall right there. And a little bit of a turn with your radius bone. Just a little bit of a turn so you have an angle. So your fingers aren't going to be completely flat and straight. There's a little bit of an angle there. And your pinky is over. This finger is going to be right around this spot right here. And this finger is kind of opposite the thumb. Okay, so the fingers are more over the bow with the cello bow hold. And the fingers are a little bit more separated than on the violin. Okay, so you'll notice that when we do bowings in class together, that there'll be that little bit of a difference between the 2 instruments. But I'm really excited to see you on Saturday, and once we get our bow technique all ready to go and a whole bunch of rhythms, we're going to get instruments. Yay! Okay, see you Saturday. Happy practicing.